I don't know, this is becoming customary starting out. I have a B12 under my tongue. Starting out our vlogs with me heading out the door for my morning walk. I can only probably go around once today because lately I have been going around twice. I haven't missed a day, which is great, but I'm expecting all my kids today, and my oldest, Jessanne, and her husband actually might be here even before noon. So I have house cleaning I need to do because I always procrastinate and wait to the very last minute to do those things. So I need to get back home and get started on vacuuming and straightening up and cleaning the front bathroom. So I'm headed out the door. I have to sneeze. This happens almost now every time where I have a sneezing fit when I'm walking. I don't know, maybe there's something in bloom. So I am headed out to do my morning walk, probably. Gosh. All right, I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, there's 3 things I want to remember to tell you, and I'm saying that because I'll probably forget one of them. First thing is, today's the big day. I'm getting my biopsy today, and I'll let you know in this vlog what my experience was with it. I've never had a thyroid nodule biopsy before. I've had a breast one, but not that. So I'm a little, I don't know, I'm just now starting to get, I think that's why I feel a lot of anxiety this morning, and kind of up diaphragm area. Feeling a lot of anxiety right now. I don't know. I think it's kind of hitting me. I don't know. I haven't honestly worried about it, about the possibility of anything bad. But I don't know. I guess it's kind of sinking in that there's a slight little tiny percentage chance, and I'm having like some anxiety over that. I don't know. Also, yesterday I added a little bit more to this route. I went up further, and I did that twice. And I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it twice. I have to remind myself, and I do, I remind myself, but for some reason I'm not applying it. And it's something that I've always struggled with, which is this inner competitiveness. I don't know, I've had it since I was a child. Well, not as a child, but, you know, in sports and whatnot. And I overdid it, and I didn't feel well when I got home, really. And I was not feeling all that great when I started the walk. So, you know, it only takes 30 minutes of movement when you're walking. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be speed walking. Just walking. 30 minutes a day can be life-changing. So now it's an hour if I go twice in this new kind of added more, which is fine if I'm feeling it, if I'm feeling up to it, and it's still joy, you know, a nice walk, and I get home feeling good. But I need to do better with that, because it made me kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of always looking forward to my walk in the morning, and I was kind of this morning as well. But I don't know, I think some of the anxiety was because I didn't feel good yesterday when I got done, and just don't do that to yourself. I need to work on that. And what was the third thing? The third thing, let me think about that. Okay, the third thing was, you probably already know this, especially if you're taking Metformin, but I thought I should probably mention it. I stocked up on B12 when I knew I was going to be taking Metformin, because Metformin depletes your body of B12, which is an essential, very essential to many biological things that goes on in your body. It's super important. So I did. I usually do the 5,000. It's either micrograms or milligrams. And I like the sublinguals because they go. I like the sublinguals because they go under the tongue and goes directly into your bloodstream, bypasses the tummy, and is just more efficient. So I used to take it every day for years. I don't know whatever got me to stop, but so I do that. Well, this is my 4th day, but I haven't taken my morning one yet. So it's my 3rd full day of taking AM and PM metformin, so 1,000 milligrams a day. And I don't know if that's why yesterday I felt real heavy. I felt like my legs were a little bit weaker than normal. I really struggled. So I'm gonna up it to 2. I'm gonna do 2, maybe even 3 a day. You really can't overdose on B12. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of load my body at least for about a week with the B12. That's the 3rd thing I was gonna tell you. I just realized I forgot I need to clean my glasses before I head out. So, yes, I finished my walk. That was what you saw right before this. And just touching base, I'm not wearing, this is what I'm gonna look like going to my appointment today. I forgot and put my skincare on my neck, but I'm sure they're gonna clean that and everything, but I vaguely remember something about, I don't know, I could be making that up, not wearing makeup. Anyway, you know, we wear our masks anyway. I took a shower, washed my hair, got my sunscreen on. I made very sure not to put that down here. So I'm just looking fly, but that's okay. So yeah, my appointment is at 1:45. So they want me to be there at 1:30. It's very close. I want to say it's definitely less than 15 minutes. It's probably more like 10 or something, but I'm going to leave at 10 after, and if I have to sit in the parking lot for a little bit, that's okay. I get really anxious if I'm running behind when we have appointments, and so it's just not worth it. I'd rather get there early and sit for a bit. So yes, currently, what time do we have? I don't have my glasses on. It's 12:42, so I'll be leaving in a little bit. Yeah, so when I get back from this, I'll let you know. I've never had a thyroid nodule biopsy. I tried not to look into it too much. I think somebody said it's a tiny bit uncomfortable, but it's very fast. I think it was one of you. But it's over very, very quickly. So yeah, you know, the thing, I know you know, the thing that I'm actually having the most anxiety over is my stupid vertigo, because I don't do well when I lay flat. Like when I sleep at night, I have to be on my side, and even when I roll over, I try to sit up a little bit and then slowly go and then lay down. I can't just roll over on my back and go like that. I did get vertigo when I had the ultrasound done of my thyroid here, this nodule, and then it sort of subsided a bit. She was so nice, the gal who did my ultrasound of this, and then I got up and it was like, whoa, it really kicked in. She goes, no. She goes, just go get up really slow. So, you know, she had me go up really slow and then had me sit there for a bit, and it took a bit, and I was starting to get like, oh my God, you know, it's going to start ramping up and it's going to be horrible. Even give me a bucket, but it didn't. By the time, you know, I sat there and she told me, you know, well, you know, your doctor will get it, blah, 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 and things calmed down, and I was fine. So that's what I'm having the most anxiety over, is I feel better when I tell them. You know, it's like I have vertigo when I lay down, and that's what I'm most nervous about. You know, that's basically what I'm going to say. But hopefully it is something that's fast. So we'll see. Needles don't bother me, although I'd rather get my blood drawn than have an injection of something. But it does freak me out a little bit because it's my neck. I've never had that done before. So yeah, but I'm going to let you know kind of how it went before this vlog is through, probably even next after this. I had a few of you say that you really like the walking vlogging, and so I wasn't going to do it really much anymore, but it's funny because I always think of something to say when I'm walking, of course, because my mind is just boop, 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 boop.
And so it's kind of been happening anyway, but if you really do like that, I'll continue to do it. The only thing is that I'm walking, so it's really kind of like woo woo, and I don't think I'd be able to watch it myself just because I have that vestibular little issue. Yeah, I just read a comment that must be new. It must have just came in today, and they said, well, was it on this last one? Must have been last week's. And they said, so I thought you were excited to take metformin, and so why are you not taking it anymore? Or something like that. I mean, it wasn't snotty. I just think I made it sound snotty. I didn't mean to. And as mentioned, when I was walking, actually, yes, I'm going to put that in. Yeah, as mentioned, I am still taking it. I was really having a hard time fitting in that AM dose because I don't eat breakfast. And generally, I don't even eat until somewhere between probably 1 and 3. So I have a very hard time getting that morning dose in. I'm not going to force myself to eat if I'm not hungry. So I've been trying to eat somewhere in the 12 noon hour before 1. Today, though, I don't even think I'm going to be able to get in that first dose because I don't want to take it before my appointment or eat in case I get kind of like a nervous stomach, I'm very overly anxious about that. So by the time I get home, there won't be enough space between that dose and my dinner dose. Or I even have been not taking it with dinner, because if I don't take the morning one until 12:30, then I try not to take it until at least 7. And yesterday I took it at 8, but I did have a little something to eat. And I had dinner much earlier than that. So it's been so far so good. It hasn't upset my stomach or caused me to have a real bad tummy ache where you have to rush to the bathroom. I haven't been nauseated, knock on wood. And other than one night, I got so bloated. I think I just overate. I was doing kind of my night binging thing. And so far, I haven't been taking the 1,000 milligram dose long enough to say whether or not it's curbing my appetite or that kind of thing, because it's not. So I had my dinner, and then a little while later, I had, like for dessert, and I don't, yeah, this is truly what I do in the evening, is then I'm like, okay, I'll have some yogurt, and my favorite thing to have, sometimes even for lunch, is some Oikos 000 vanilla Greek yogurt, and then I'll slice some fresh strawberries on there, and then I'll put some of the keto granola, which is it's just seeds, and yeah, it's from Nutrail, Nutrail. So I'll put some of that on, then I just kind of mix it all up, and it is really yummy. It is truly decadent to me. It's just this nice treat. So I always make sure I have those ingredients in the house. So I had some of that, probably like a half hour after I had my dinner. So, I'm full. I'm definitely full, but no, I'm a little while later, I'm like getting up and just kind of looking what's in the fridge. So I took out some I took out some cherries, and I had cherries. Now, when I have cherries, I don't just have like a handful or like 5 or 6. I have like a lot. And I have my cute little cup thing that I put my seeds in, and it's always full by the time I'm done. I would say there's got to be 30 something cherries. I love cherries, especially when they're hard, crunchy, and sweet. So I had that, and I was full after dinner, to be honest. And I could have had half, technically, of my little bowl of the yogurt, and then should have called it a day. But no, I had that, and then I had a bunch of cherries. And I think even before I went to bed, I had some blueberries, and it's not me hungry. It's just me finding comfort in eating, just that hand to mouth. Thank God I'm not a smoker, the hand to mouth kind of thing. And it's how I relax if I'm watching TV and stuff like that. So that's what I'm hoping getting this sort of assistance will help me with. And then I would like to talk to a counselor or some sort of therapist about why I'm doing this, because I'm finding comfort in a way that's not good. And it's not like the foods I'm eating are bad, although when I fell off the wagon they were, but I'm back on the wagon. So still though, it bothers me because I would like to work through that, you know, and not just rely on medication to keep to kind of knock that biological response out. But metformin's not helping me with appetite control or anything like that. I also haven't lost any weight since I started metformin, but again, it's only been 3 days since I've doubled the dose as I was told to do. And I was supposed to do that after the first week, and I waited almost an entire second week to do that. And at first I thought I'll just hang out at the 50, but I wasn't getting any assistance beyond, I just wasn't getting any appetite control. So I thought, nah, I'm gonna go up to what he told me to. So yeah, it hasn't been long enough. And he did say it could take up to 3 months to start noticing the scale go down, the weight loss. But he said, well before then, you definitely should be feeling a difference, like with appetite control and that kind of thing. So I will, after a week or maybe even 2 weeks, if I'm still not, I think it's going to be time for him to check in with me, because he said that this is through Found, I'll be getting an email 2 weeks before a refill is due, and it will have me answer a series of questions, and then he will look those over before the refill to see how it's going, and if he thinks we need to add something else, or let's just keep doing, you haven't been doing it long, or whatever. So I like that they do that. So I haven't received that yet, but I'm thinking it's definitely probably coming pretty soon. So there's the update on that. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get myself together, go to the bathroom, get myself going, and head to my biopsy. And I will follow up on that here in this video. All right, I'm sitting in the car, just finished the biopsy. They do 4 needle biopsy things. And I'm gonna tell you right off the top, the best part that I can tell you is I had no vertigo. I had no vertigo laying down. I even had to lay flat with my neck back. I was really surprised because it kind of has been acting up the last couple days. Okay, why are my windshield wipers doing that? So, hallelujah, that's what I was most anxious about. And she said it's gonna feel like we're drawing blood. Basically, that's what it feels like. And that's, well, actually, I've had really maybe just wonderful nurses that draw blood, because honestly, I very seldom feel that when people draw my blood. And this was a little bit more intense than that. And I would say 2 out of the 4 of them, I definitely, it's like, oh man, she got a part of it or something that just kind of hurts more than the other parts. I don't know. The last one was probably the one I felt the most, but I mean, on the broad spectrum of things, it really was really a piece of cake. It wasn't bad at all. And like, if you're gonna have to go get one soon, they're very fast. So it's just like boom, 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 and you're done. So she said that I probably will bruise, and I definitely feel like I am. Yeah. She took them all like right in here. It goes all the way back here. Maybe she did take one. I can't really see. So check that off my list. And did I already tell you? She said that it was going to be about a week, and then her nurse will give me a call. And if everything's fine, they will probably just have me come back in a year and have another biopsy. If it raises concern, we'll cross that bridge. We'll talk about that if it happens. But 90% of the nodules are benign. So, okay, I'm gonna head home now. Hi, it's Wednesday in the 10 a.m. hour. It's actually chilly this morning. I'm wearing long sleeve and leggings today. And I had just a little reaction to the tape on the Band-Aid, and you probably can't tell, but it is starting to bruise a little bit. Last night it actually got really sore,
And they tell you not to take ibuprofen or acetaminophen because they don't want to, on the, very low percentage, but they don't want to take a chance of bleeding. So I iced it for a little bit. That seemed to help. Today, it's sore, but nothing like it got last night. It wasn't unbearable by any stretch of the imagination. It just started to get kind of, it's like, wow, really uncomfortable. Anywho, so today I am going at more of a leisurely pace, and I am going my long way, but I'm doing it in reverse, which means I'm going to be going uphill quite a bit. Just a slight grade increase, but you can feel it when you're walking and then when you're out of shape. But I think I'll probably just do it once around. We'll see how I feel. So here's where I usually turn to kind of do my loop, but we are now going to go straight, and it's not this next turn up here, it's actually down the way up the hill, so you do got to climb a little bit. So it's not this one either. Look at how cute this house is, though. Isn't that adorable? It's like almost Victorian looking. Some gingerbread. It's kind of nice because there is a sidewalk. I don't like that stretch back there where there isn't any sidewalk. Cars just zoom past you. So this, really the whole area past my normal place where I turn, there's a slight incline, and then the incline gets a little bit tiny more intense at the end. So I get my heart rate up, my buns are burning in my legs. But it's a nice leisurely walk once we take our turn into this neighborhood here, which enters into our neighborhood eventually. Yeah, we're almost there. And now, after we go down that little stretch of road behind me, we are in a neighborhood, and the road noise dissipates. Yeah, so we take this road and it winds that way for a bit. And eventually we will take a right, and that's the road that leads into our neighborhood. You know what I did yesterday? It was about 3 o'clock. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I went to take my Metformin, accidentally took another Cymbalta. I knew it as soon as I swallowed it. Like, God darn it. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking, and so I had 2 Cymbalta yesterday, and then this morning I'm like, I mean, I didn't feel any different, but this morning I'm like, should I not take the Cymbalta at all today? Should I wait? I want to get back on track. But no, I'm just going to take it. So I did. I just took one this morning, and my high blood pressure pill, and I always take a Zyrtec. Those are my 3 pills I take in the morning. Oh wait, yeah, blood pressure pill, my Cymbalta, and a Zyrtec. So yeah, I don't feel any different. I don't feel any better or worse. All right, well, before we end this vlog, I wanted to show you guys a couple new dresses I got from Bloom Chick a bit ago. And I also, my hips are getting rather tight and they get sore kind of, so I found a couple stretching exercises that I want to do after I walk. So I'm going to show you those. I think it's good for us in general to increase our mobility and that sort of thing. So I am going to do a couple stretches that I saw. And I thought it might be something you'd want to see too. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. And here we are back into my neighborhood. Yeah. So we're going to turn right because we're at the very kind of where the little cul-de-sac is above our house. From our house, I should say. It's so cute. Look at that little blue house over there. Oh, I love it. I just love it. This is a cute house too. This is the same street we live on, just further down. So I'm gonna go this way. It is gonna end up being probably about 1.5 miles. So I think I added almost, probably like a half a mile going that little extra bit. And it's gonna end up being close to 30 minutes. So you know what? I am gonna just go once around today because I feel good still, and call that my walk for the morning. So just sitting in this position actually really gives me a good stretch. I am slightly pushing down with my elbows on my knees and just holding it there, kind of settling into it, really gives me a good stretch, kind of right where I'm tight. So I just kind of hang out here for a while. So this one also really focuses on that tightness, kind of lower pelvic area, and I just kind of push into it, I guess. And I held it much longer than it looks. I just kind of edited that awkward transition from side to side out. So this looks like I'm sitting right on my front leg, but I'm actually not. Kind of keep your heel not under you. And I kind of just focus on the back leg and that area there, you know, right where the hip connects. And plus, if I kind of sit up a little bit, I can feel it on my lower back, but it actually feels like a good stretch. And I definitely feel it all underneath, even up into kind of those obliques and the other side as well. Really right where that hip is. And I just kind of roll real carefully back and forth, kind of feel the stretch on my side, and awkwardly switch legs. Yeah, so this was a good one. Just to do what you can, and yeah. Yeah, I'm letting you know that I can feel it all the way up, kind of to those obliques, and even kind of more of the middle, you know, of those muscles that run up your core, kind of your tummy. Feels good though. And I'm just going to end it with that stretch that I started it with. This one just really feels good, and I even kind of leaned forward and it releases the lower back. So this next one, my friend actually showed me this years ago, and this one's great for releasing kind of when you get tight in your butt, and yeah, it really is a good one. I found when I was doing this that this side actually, I'm showing you kind of where I feel it. This side, I had a lot more mobility than the other side. And when you see me get there, I just can't comfortably hold my leg like I'm doing on this side. I try in the beginning, but man, I was so much stiffer. My left leg, that whole area, I found I'm quite stiff. So I thought, no, this doesn't feel right. I'm gonna just hold it here. And I got plenty of stretch doing that. And then releasing it and kind of bringing it up worked just fine for this side that was so much tighter. And that's what I did. So I think with stretching, I got back into my pajamas because I'm not ready to take a shower quite yet. It's more important to just hold it for a while and just allow the stretch to kind of settle in, and then you naturally go a little further than it is to do reps, and today I just kind of wanted to show you the few that I found, and I'll probably add to it as time goes on and give myself a good maybe 15, 20 minutes of stretching things out. And I think stretching is so intuitive. You just kind of roll around and feel where you're tight and kind of hold it there. And stretching is something that I used to really enjoy. And I think it's more important than ever when you're north of 50 to stretch. It helps mobility, and I have noticed a huge decline in my mobility because I sit a lot and I don't, I wasn't exercising at all or stretching or anything like that. So I'd like to slowly build up a good stretch routine, and maybe do that a couple times a day. But for now, I feel like I really just needed to loosen up my hips, and all of those sort of ligaments that I haven't been using in a while, sadly. Anyway, so lately what I've been doing is I got these, I like the brand Orgain, and I noticed at Costco, these were new. I've never seen them before. And usually I don't do the shake thing because I'm not extremely fond of what the ingredients are in them. But this one is called Clean Protein, and there's 20 grams of protein in this. And increasing your protein just in general when you're older is so important. You really got to focus on protein all the time. I just don't think the rules apply when you get older that you can have too much protein or no. Our muscles decline just by the mere getting older. And if you really start exercising or if you start losing weight, you want to make sure that you maintain the muscle that you have and maybe even increase it through exercise and all of that. But it is a huge battle when you get older, dealing with the loss of muscle and strength while you're trying, even, when you're trying to get in better shape and get stronger. So I think it's super important to add protein wherever you can. So I really kind of liked, this one is creamy chocolate fudge. I'm more of a vanilla person, but I have no idea if these come in different flavors. This was the only flavor Costco currently offers. So there are no artificial sweeteners in here at all. It is gluten-free. let me see here. Clean ingredients, 100% New Zealand sourced pasture raised milk protein. Agave is what is used, and monk fruit extract is what's used to kind of sweeten this up, and cocoa powder. So there are no artificial sweeteners, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives. It's gluten-free, grass-fed protein, no soy ingredients, no carrageenan, and kosher dairy. So yeah, 120 calories in one of these. What else can I tell you about this? There's 2 grams of total fat, 15 milligrams cholesterol, 240 milligrams of sodium, which sodium actually is really important if you're exercising or if you just sweat a lot. You live maybe in a climate where you're constantly sweating. So important. I prefer not to do table salt because I feel like the body doesn't assimilate it well. It just kind of turns into puffiness. So I like using different types of, sea salts and pink Himalayan and just different types of salts. I think our body uses those minerals in a better way. Anywho, and there are 11 grams of carbs in this. There's 2 grams of fiber, and with the agave and the monk fruit, that would be 3 grams of total sugar and 20 grams of protein. So I've been drinking one of these after I go for my walk. I'm going to do an experiment today, and I'm going to see if my tummy will let me get away with having my morning metformin with this shake. Yesterday I ended up only having 1 metformin because, as I think I already talked about, I was pretty sure after that whole afternoon when I got back from my biopsy appointment, so I did end up taking my metformin at 3, and I thought maybe, I'll just eat a little something at 9 or 10. Well, I was up until then, but I still felt like I don't think it's enough time. I don't know. So I'm going to take my morning metformin with this. Oh, by the way, it's weigh-in Wednesday on Found, and I've gained almost a pound. So cheers for that. Yeah.